Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I thought I would share some tips with you on the Watermelon Peperomia and also how you can propagate this plant. The Watermelon Peperomia gets its name from the striking leaf pattern. As you can see, it kind of resembles a watermelon. It's a slow growing tropical plant that's native to South America. Apparently it's non-toxic to pets, which is really good. And these plants thrive in a warm and humid environment. I don't find them that fussy though compared to some of my other tropical plants like my calatheas and things like that. If the humidity's not quite high enough, it doesn't seem to affect the plant at all really. I keep mine in bright indirect light. Mine's close to a west facing window. I do move mine about a little bit, but generally it's quite close to the window, so it's getting bright light. If you don't have good light in your home, I'd recommend using like a grow light or fluorescent lighting. Avoid cold and drafty areas as they like to be kept quite warm. In regards to watering, I water mine when the soil feels dry at the surface. Don't overwater these plants as they are prone to root rot. Water less in the winter and a bit more in the summer. And you can fertilise your plant once a month during the summer. I use baby bio fertiliser, which is a plant feed for houseplants. And I've used this plant feed for about 10 years and it's really good stuff. If your leaves are curling or coming out deformed, this can mean that the plant is lacking in some nutrients. So I'd recommend either repotting in new soil or just make sure that you're fertilising it once a month during the summer. These plants can flower as well. Mine's flowering at the moment. If it's flowering, it means it's happy, so that's good. Make sure that you're using well-draining soil. I use a mixture of peat moss, compost and perlite, and I find this to be a really good mix. Also make sure that your peperomia is in a pot that has drainage holes. I always keep my plants in plastic pots with drainage holes and then I put these inside my decorative pots. As for propagating this plant, it's so easy. All you need is a sharp, clean knife or a scalpel or some kind of blade. I'm just using a scalpel with a brand new blade. If you're using a knife, just make sure that it's clean. You can spray it with alcohol or just give it a really good clean first. There's a few ways that you can propagate this plant. You can either propagate from a leaf or a stem and a leaf. This one is a leaf cutting. And I planted these leaves probably about 3 months ago. They can take about a month to grow the roots and then you'll see a little baby leaf popping up and then that could take a few months to kind of get to this size. Again, this is another one that I've propagated from a leaf. And then this one is a stem that I just placed in water, and then once the roots had grown, I then just potted it up. But it had already started growing a new shoot in the water, which I found quite interesting because it was actually under the water. And both ways have been successful. So I'm just going to show you now both methods. So now I need to decide which leaf. I might take this one because it's got a little bit of scarring on it. I think that was from when it was posted. So I'm literally just going to cut off the leaf like this. And then all you need to do is just cut the leaf in half. Like that. And then I need to choose another leaf to put in water. I might might go with this big one here. So literally just going to cut the stem further down, maybe just leave like 3 inches of stem, like that. So with this one, it's literally just a case of putting it in a pot of water and then just waiting for the roots to grow. I'd probably leave it a couple of months until you pot it in soil, but just see how it goes. Make sure you replace the water weekly, and just keep it in a warm and humid place, bright light, just the same as you would with your actual plant. And then, yeah, that's it really. It's quite easy. So after 2 or 3 months, you should have something like this once you've potted it up. And then with this one, I'm just going to get a little pot here, get my soil mix. Probably going to make a right mess here. And then all you're doing is literally just placing, oh, this leaf's a little bit big for this pot. Oh well. Just put it into the soil like that. Do the same with this one. I don't use any rooting powder. Some people like to use it, but I haven't felt like I've needed to use it. And then just give them a little water. I like to use my spray bottle. And then just make sure that you're keeping the soil slightly moist so that it doesn't dry out. And then after about a month, if you give it a little tug and it doesn't come out, that means the roots have started forming. If it pulls straight out, that means there's not really many roots on it yet. And then eventually you'll just get a little leaf kind of popping up next to it like this. I use filtered water with all my plants. I've just got a filter jug and I'll list that below in the description box for you. I think that's it. It's yeah, pretty easy. So I think I'm going to end up with quite a lot of these. My friends will probably end up with them as well. But yeah, I hope you found the video useful. If you've got any questions, just leave it in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.